Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Viking Central. We got some more developing news here within the Minnesota Vikings organization. Defensive line coach Andre Patterson has accepted a job with the New York Giants, and Brian Daboll over there. They are developing a really good staff over in New York, and they swipe Andre Patterson from us. And Patterson has been with the Vikings since 2014. As soon as Mike Zimmer came over from Cincinnati, Andre Patterson and Mike Zimmer have worked very closely together. And it looks like Minnesota is just having a total overhaul of the coaching staff, with Ryan Ficken moving on, Andrew Janocko, and now Andre Patterson and others. It looks just like a total turnover for Minnesota. Kevin O'Connell has a lot of work to do with this coaching staff, obviously. There's been a lot of talk about running backs coach from the Broncos, Curtis Motkins, coming over. And then defense coordinator, it sounds like Ed Donatel is going to get the call to be the new Vikings defensive coordinator over here as well. So we still got to look for offense coordinator. I know Wes Phillips has been connected. He's worked with both Sean McVay and Kevin O'Connell for the last few years, ever since their days in Washington. So Wes Phillips' son of former defense coordinator Wade Bum Phillips. So obviously the nepotism continues over here, but I think Wes Phillips is very highly qualified to be an offense coordinator. He has a lot of experience, and I think both him and Kevin O'Connell would work really well together. But Andre Patterson, like I said before, has been here for the previous 8 years. He was also here for the 1998 season, the 15-1 season with the Minnesota Vikings. Really good defense line coach, really good teacher. And obviously, he's developed the likes of Daniil Hunter, DJ Wanham, Everson Griffin, and players that are really high caliber. So obviously we're going to miss him, but it just looks as if Minnesota is looking for a complete turnaround in this coaching staff. So it's going to be very interesting going into next week. As soon as Kevin O'Connell is introduced as the Minnesota Vikings head coach, who is he going to all bring over? Is there going to be a lot of people coming from Los Angeles? Are we going to pick and choose our from other teams? Like I said before, Curtis Motkins, who's a really good running backs coach, has a lot of experience, is in talks to be the running backs coach. Nothing is official yet. And then Ed Donatel, former Broncos defense coordinator, is connected with us to be our new defense coordinator. So it's going to be very interesting, like I said, for these next couple weeks. Coming up, for the draft combine and for the draft, is only 2 months away, just over 2 months away. So, we got to figure out what this roster is going to look like. What is the new coaches? What's their philosophy? What's their vision for this team? Ed Donatel has ran a 3-4 in his past, and Minnesota's been a 4-3 defense for as long as we can remember. So, if we move over to a 3-4, they really got to figure out our personnel and what we're going to do on the defensive end of the football. But Andre Patterson has accepted a job with the New York Giants, joining Brian Daboll over there in New York. Like I said before, they are developing a really good coaching staff with the Giants. And, the Vikings, lose another guy to a different team. But, if we're going to start rebuilding, you can't pick and choose. You just got to do a total rebuild, and maybe the roster's on its way to being rebuilt as well. It's going to be very interesting. Again, Andre Patterson no longer with the Minnesota Vikings, as he has accepted a job with the Giants.